What is up, everybody? This is JWong. We're here at CEO 2024. Time to do another vlog. Ask people the hard-hitting questions. What's the best fighting game and what's the worst fighting game? And you know, their reason why. So if you guys want to see the action, hit the like, share, subscribe, turn on bell's notification, and yeah, enjoy the video and enjoy the sights, and we'll see what we film.
I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes slams.
All right, Yipes. What's the best fighting game and why?
Best fighting game on the spot? That's how you gonna do it? All right, for me, I guess since it got me in the scene, I'm gonna have to say X-Men versus Street Fighter, only because I seen Ryu chuck a fat Hadouken. That time, I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball, so the fact that he did the beam right after, that's what told me everything. And Gambit was in the game as well. Man, I suck at that game, but in terms of bringing me in the scene, that was the game.
What's the worst fighting game?
Worst fighting game? Man, this would be easier if I was Chris Matrix, right? He would just say Marvel 3.
Yeah.
I gotta give you an answer? Yeah, I can't figure it out. The Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter.
Damn, they got a good soundtrack too.
You had to make me pick, and the only reason I picked that game because I never really got good at it. That was on the spot. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. That was on the spot. Okay.
I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes slams.
All right, what's up? We got Psycho Blue here. I got to ask you a question.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
What's the best fighting game in your mind?
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Why?
It's a game that can let you express yourself any way you want, whether you want to be crazy rushdown, whether you want to be super lame, whether you want to be somewhere in between, whether you like the extra attack power, some defense gems to back up, some meter building, you want to use the crazy comeback mechanics of the 09er days of the days past.
What's the worst fighting game?
The one game that made me angry for showing up would probably be Death Braid.
What game?
It is a game from the early 90s.
Okay.
It's a really bad hybrid fighting game / wrestling-ish game, kind of like the old WF Royal Rumble for Super Nintendo. That was the game that got me eliminated from Old School Onslaught 4. And I told myself, if I didn't play this game, I would have won that event. And that haunts me to this day. So, Cincinnati, I still remember.
What's the best fighting game in your mind?
Ooh, I have a lot of nostalgia for Street Fighter 4.
That's your number one?
I think so. Everything from the competitive scene being as dynamic as it was, the graphics, even little things like the sound design. I think it stands up really well. And while there were maybe annoying times and annoying elements, and a certain DLC character for Street Fighter 6 may have ruined a chunk of the history, I guess I wish it existed more in the modern era where we could have gotten more regular balancing.
What's the worst fighting game?
It's Mortal Kombat for me, only because I'm squeamish. I'm so squeamish. The sound design and the visual effects and everything, I just get so grossed out, and it's so hard for me to pay attention. So it's not that it's a bad fighting game, it's that I can't engage with it.
All right, Leffen, how did you mess up in coming here?
It was 7 a.m. I was sleep deprived. I just beat M.U.G.E.N in Elden Ring. I just went to Google Flights. I type in like Stockholm. I write D-A-Y, day. And I just clicked the first one. Yeah. Then I get to Chicago, just woke up, just get on, take another nap. And then I'm like, wow, Daytona's really diverse this time.
It's different.
Yeah. And then
How much was the flight when you had to buy a new one, though?
$100. That was to SFB in Orlando. So I just took that one. It all worked out, but it was almost a really big disaster.
Does that mean you have to go back to Dayton, Ohio for your flight back?
I'm gonna call United and see what they can do. This might happen to other people, hopefully. Otherwise, yeah, I'll have to grab one of those flights.
What is the best fighting game?
Marvel vs. Capcom 3, free.
Why?
Because it's the fastest game. You have to be technically savvy in this game to actually be great. There are nothing but the top killers that were left in the game now, so it's the best game to play.
What's the worst fighting game of all time for you?
Controversial, Street Fighter 5.
Why Street Fighter 5?
I hate V-Trigger. I love Neutral, I love everything else about Street Fighter 5, but V-Trigger just made the game not fun.
All right, nephew, what's the best fighting game in your mind?
Street Fighter 5.
Why?
It's just the one I played the most, so I like it.
What's the worst fighting game?
I haven't played too many fighting games, so I don't really know.
You gotta choose one.
Does it have to be one I played?
It could be anything.
Anything? I'm gonna say Strive, because I played that for a week and there was just so much going on that I didn't know how to deal with, so I just gave up.
Thank you. What is the best fighting game?
Vampire Savior.
Why?
Nothing else that really matches like the pace that lets you like push yourself as hard as like that game. Like that's a game that is like mentally and physically taxing to just a level that I just it's so good. It's such just like a constant like adrenaline rush. It's great.
What is the worst fighting game? You play a lot.
Yeah. What is the worst game I've ever played? Dino Rex.
Why Dino Rex?
Do I gotta say it? That game sucks. That game is ass, bro.
What is the best fighting game?
Street Fighter 4.
Why Street Fighter 4?
That's when I fell in love with Street Fighter.
That's when you fell in love with Zangief?
I had a GameStop tournament, right? It was like...
Oh, you entered that?
I entered that, yeah. I made it to the second round, and then I lost to Killer Kai. But it was really, really cool, and I was like, oh man, there's a community here. So that's when I like really got into it. And then I started joining Wednesday Night Fight late in like AE 2012. And that's when I met Snake Eyes. And that's when I'm like, all right, I gotta go in with Geef.
What's the worst fighting game?
That's probably one of the indie games. I've tried a lot of them, but I think I usually play the games that a lot of people like playing.
You just like the AAA titles. You like indie games are just not good.
It doesn't have to be AAA. It has to be whatever everyone's playing. The biggest community.
We're doing this 1st to 15 with Idom. And Marvel 3. And Idom thinks he can beat me. Thoughts?
It's going to be...
What's the score?
15-9.
15-9 me?
Yeah, no, 15-9 me.
Why can you beat me?
You don't know how to fight my team, and you know, if this was 2013, I'll give it to you. This is 2014.
I won. You know, I won. I didn't win Evo 2013. I won Evo 2014.
If this was 2014, I'll give it to you.
When's the last time you fought a Storm?
That's not the point.
Does anybody play Storm? Nobody plays Storms. How you know the fighter?
That's the last time you fought a Strange.
Bro, Strange, I'm on him.
No, Storm is easy.
All right, we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see.
That was Vegas.
What is the best fighting game?
Third Strike.
Why?
I just love that game. I like the fact that there's a lot of combo specifics. Kind of like the way that combos aren't as original as they used to be. Like back in Third Strike, it depended on height and all that stuff. And plus, I like Yun because I like custom combos, which is the other reason I like CVS2 because of A-Groove. Plus, charge partitioning was kind of sick.
What's the worst fighting game?
Worst? Soul Calibur 4, maybe?
Why Soul Calibur 4?
I don't know. It was just kind of random.
It's kind of random.
It was kind of random. I played 2 and 3 competitive, but then 4 had like a lot of it. Was 4 where Viola was, or was it 5?
Yeah, Viola was 5 actually.
5?
4 was Hilde.
Flashback.
To the player playing her. It's not a Hilde match. And there's the ring out.
Just like that. Just like that.
And then you hear the boos.
End of flashback.
I think I hated Hilda more. Like round 1 start, ring out, that was kind of cheap. But that specific one, because I like Soul Calibur.
Okay. What's the best fighting game?
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Why?
It's the best, bro. There's just so much freedom, so much creativity. Like you can just really express yourself in that game. So many different play styles for even the same characters, so many different combinations. It feels like you can do what you want to do.
What's the worst fighting game?
Sometimes it's
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Like, damn, bro. You ever play against Zero or Morgan and you just don't get to play a turn? Yeah, so sometimes it's also the same game.
Yeah, I know. I lost Evo to those characters. What is the best fighting game?
Best fighting game? CVS2.
Why?
It's CVS2.
What's the worst fighting game?
Let's see, Street Fighter 1.
That doesn't even count. It's not even a fighting game at that point.
And at that point, ER Kung Fu.
I don't think I ever played Euro Kung Fu.
You probably should do that on stream one day.
Why is that one so bad?
It's very primitive. It did start fighting games after all.
Okay.
It's also bad.
What is the best fighting game?
Street Fighter 4.
Why?
It's the best overall game that rewards time put in to the reward you get. If you put in the time for Street Fighter 4, you understand the option selects, you use the lab properly, it's going to be hard for people to beat you.
Yeah.
And I feel like the combat mechanics in the game with the Ultras, that's a balanced combat mechanic as well.
What's the worst fighting game?
Worst fighting game, maybe Shaq Fu. You ever play you play that game?
I hate Shaq Fu.
It's so bad. That game
I'm not going to ask you a reason. I just know it's terrible. Everything about it's terrible.
Yeah, good.
All right, thank you.
No worries, man. Good stuff.
What is the best fighting game?
I like Tekken or Mortal Kombat, but I don't play very many fighting games besides those. Honestly, anything Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat.
How about you?
I actually hate fighting games.
Wait, what?
Why are you here?
We dragged them along.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you the next question. Well, actually, maybe you might have the right answer. What's the worst fighting game?
I can't even think of a bad one. I don't know.
Oh, you just love them all.
I kind of agree. Nothing bad. I don't think anything's necessarily bad.
Okay, Mr. Hater of fighting games. What's the worst fighting game?
All of them, I guess. Maybe it's a skill issue, I don't know.
All right, what is the best fighting game?
My favorite is Skullgirls. I always love the art, the little references. It always makes me smile playing it.
What is the worst fighting game?
I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks to M.U.G.E.N, but that thing is so unstable. It's supposed to be chaos incarnate, so I don't think that's a fair assumption. I don't think I have a definitively. I do not even want to look at it.
I mean, M.U.G.E.N's a solid one, because it's kind of, like you said, unstable.
No, it's not supposed to be taken incredibly serious. At least the one I saw when I was young. Well, my brother showed me. I don't know. My opinion could be outdated.
What is the best fighting game?
Oh man, the best fighting game of all time, Marvel vs. Capcom. I remember playing that. My friend got it on his 16th birthday, and we were totally playing that on the Dreamcast. And it's just memories, because you can play so many different fun characters, and it's just amazing. It's a good childhood memory, and the fact that it's coming back is even better.
I'm glad you said Marvel too, because obviously you're wearing Jill's outfit and everything. What's the worst fighting game?
Oh my god, Sonic the Fighters. It's awful.
Why?
It's just so janky and bad, and Sonic does not belong in a fighting game. Sorry, Sonic fan.
I think they had a combo breaker tournament for that game, I believe.
Yes, they did, and it is in Jabali Land, so if you want to go see how awful it is in person, yeah, hands down, worst fighting game
No,
ever.
not a Tails hater.
Yeah, maybe a Tails hater, maybe a Shadow hater, but yeah, definitely a no to Sonic the Fighters.
What is the best fighting game?
Darkstalkers,
Why?
because Morrigan and Lilith,
They're the ones.
they're the ones. They're perfect. They're twinning. I love it.
What's the worst fighting game?
Smash Brothers Brawl.
I can respect that one. Why Smash Brothers Brawl?
Because for one reason or another, I always get my ass beat by Meta Knight, and I thinks I hate it.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you. Hello.
Oh, hi there. Hi again. So I see you're recording. Are you live or are you just making a video?
Just making a video.
All right. Do you mind if I introduce myself?
Sure, go for it.
Hello there. Actually, what's your name?
Justin.
Justin. Hello, Justin. I am Booyah Footer, the uplifting sea otter VTuber, and today I am playing Rocco Paper Scissors with everyone. All right, let's do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Rocco Paper Scissors Shoot. It's a tie. All right. Rocco Paper Scissors Shoot.
Oh, tie again.
Another time. Rocco, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, tie again.
Tie again. Well, great minds do think alike, right? I give a point to both the audience and the VTuber when it ends in a tie like that. That means everybody wins.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Yay! All right. Thank you so much for playing with me. I hope you had lots of fun.
Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of CEO.
All right, I gotta ask you a question. What's the best fighting game in your mind?
All time or just
in your mind?
I mean, Marvel 3 always comes to my head first.
Why?
Because that was the game that I really learned fighting games on, bro. That's the one that I really fell in love with first. So that's always gonna be, you remember your first love the most.
What's the worst fighting game of all time in your mind?
Okay, I want to give a meme answer.
Whatever you want.
It's gonna piss people off, all right? Street Fighter 4.
Why?
I hate Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4 got so OS riddled and just, at the end it just got so OS riddled. I didn't like watching the game. I didn't like playing the game. I ditched it for Marvel 3 because Marvel 3 came out. I don't think it's the worst fighting game of all time, but it's the one that I actively dislike the most that people like the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want people's worst and best takes in their heart.
Yes.
So that's a great answer.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. You got what you wanted.
What is up, everybody? We are here at CEO 2024, day 3 for Street Fighter 6, and guess what? My name is JWong. I'm here with my boy Yikes. What is up, man?
Man, it's good to be in the best seat in the house. One more time, CEO 2024. Make some noise for your Street Fighter 6!
Woo! Let's go, nephew! Congratulations! What is the best fighting game in your mind?
The greatest fighting game and the greatest video game of all time is Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube.
Why?
You can just do anything in that game. It's like freeform jazz or some But I will say, if you want to divvy it up between platform fighters and traditional fighters, I'll say the best traditional fighter of all time is Marvel vs. Capcom 2, baby. Or 3.
What's the worst fighting game of all time?
Balls 3D.
You don't need to explain that. That game is terrible.
That's a safe answer.
Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys really all enjoyed it. We worked really hard and we're just striving to push the best fighting game content that we can possibly put out. So if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys hit the like, share, subscribe, turn on the bells notification, and thank you once again for supporting, and make sure you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.